Crestview Academy is a K through 8 non-denominational school.
Our mission statement here at Crestview is that each child will reach his or her potential academically, socially, and spiritually.
When looking at putting the school together, we landed on 3 major components. One being teaching of skills, reading, writing, spelling, written language, math. The second component being the core knowledge component of history, literature, science, music, art, those kinds of things. And the third component is the non-denominational Christian component of Bible instruction. And that brings all of those 3 components essentially together. One of the highlights of our skills instruction is that we do what we call flex grouping. And that's teaching children at their instruction level versus their frustration level or their boredom level.
At Crestview Academy, we use flexible ability grouping. Flexible ability grouping means that your son or daughter will be placed into a group at Crestview that is at their instructional level. It's flexible, being that if your son or daughter shows us that they are able to have more of a challenge, we can move them to any time throughout the year to a different group. If they're showing us that maybe they're struggling, they're not understanding things as well, we can also move them to another group that'll meet their needs. It's ability grouped in the fact that when they come in, your child will be given a test, and then they'll be placed in a group according to where their ability is, not according to their age or their grade.
The staff has been able to encourage the girls in their learning environment so that each of our girls have been able to excel. And where they're not excelling, the teachers know them well enough to know which buttons to push to get them to get motivated.
I think the ability grouping of children at Crestview is wonderful. I know that when my kids come home, they talk about being in class with kids who are older than them and younger than them, and just really getting to know a variety of different kids who are at their level.
The concept of cultural literacy is what's behind the core curriculum. And that whole concept is that society has a common core of knowledge that is shared among its people, and that students need this knowledge to become successful in life and successful in their careers and successful as citizens.
The core knowledge curriculum was researched and created by a group of teachers, educators, professors, scientists, people in the community that came together and over many, many years figured out what are the key concepts for each kid to know at every grade, whether it be math concepts, language concepts, poems, stories, classics, parts of history and science.
They learn about these things at their level so that they can think critically about things, and so that they can learn the names, the concepts that form what our society is.
Every year they come to me with things that my husband and I will say, I don't think I learned that till I was in high school. It's just an amazing environment for success.
What I like best about our school is the emphasis on the Christian focus, particularly just on character development, how we treat each other, trying to see beyond yourself and actually caring about other people, looking beyond yourself and being aware of those around you and caring about them and their needs along with your own.
One thing that I really cherish about Crestview Academy is that I'm able to teach them about the Bible. The kids really learn those Bible stories, and it doesn't matter what denomination they are, we all are Christians together, and it's phenomenal to be able to worship together and to pray.
Crestview really prepared me spiritually and really giving me a good firm foundation and a really good grounding in my faith. I knew what I believed, I knew why I believed it, I could back anything up when I was questioned, and so it really gave me a good foundation so that when I went out in the real world, I wasn't questioning, I wasn't floundering, because I already knew what I believed and I was going to stick with that.
We have always said that God is a central part of what goes on here at Crestview, and I think that's why I love teaching here, because they grow academically, behaviorally, socially, and spiritually. God is here at Crestview.
The
The thing I liked most about my teachers at Crestview was that they were very, very understanding, and they got to know you on a personal basis. And so then you had like one-to-one connections with these people, and they were always ready to care for you, ready to ask you if something was wrong. And they knew if something was wrong because they knew you that well.
Definitely what I love best are the children. It's so much fun every day to come to school and see their smiling faces. It's always weird on work week not to come and have children here, because that's truly what makes the job.
I absolutely love working with the kids and arguing with them, mentally debating them, challenging them to think for themselves. I have no hesitation pointing out when kids aren't thinking and they're just kind of going along with the flow, and really challenging them to figure things out for themselves. That's probably my favorite part.
They really challenge your kids here at Crestview in the most loving, supportive way, so that there is no feeling of failure, only success. And I really am impressed every year with the way that my kids learn here.